Being proactive, school officials had to consider how to best help freshman students who fall behind in their academics. Rhea Malcolm reports.
With increasing graduation rates in mind, the high school has incorporated a unique program called 10P.
People all over Italy and France are infected by a disease that causes them to...
Well, the 10P program is an alternative program for students who have struggled in traditional education, and so it's project-based. We do many different types of projects. We're doubling up English and social studies, so they'll get credit for both 9th grade English, 10th grade English, 10th grade social studies, and 9th grade social studies. They also are taking a year of math. Many of them are taking a science class or health class in the morning in addition to phys ed. Right now we're working with Proctor's Theater and an artist in residence. We're doing media projects, so students are making videos based on historical characters.
These classrooms were looking at different ways of presenting the information that the kids would have to use and apply to tests in the regents by bringing the media in, such as making newscasts out of the information they were given in history class, or writing scripts instead of writing essays. Traditionally, a classroom would have you research a paper, write the paper, turn it in for a grade, or present it in front of the class in an oral presentation. And a lot of times that might lose someone who's a more visual learner. So what we're planning on doing, and what we've done, is we've had the kids write, for instance, a newscast. Instead of giving an oral report and reading from a page of essays, they would give a newscast, and then we would record it, edit it, present it to the group. And now the group is watching the information being given to them in a narrative sense. Some kids, some people, myself included, are better able to understand things when they're given to in a visual sense, with maps and visual aids and body language and emotion. They can also watch it over and over again, and they've become a part of that piece. Rather than reading from a page, they are the character, or they are the only person in the room that knows the information that they're giving out.
If a student fails 9th grade, that student will be placed in the 10P program rather than holding them back. 10P will allow the students to catch up on what they missed in 9th grade while they learn the 10th grade material.
So this is what we're gonna do. First, we're gonna basically address what the bubonic plague is, which is Black Death. Then we're gonna try to start seeing some of the symptoms and all the stuff that really happens in it, and how is it caused and stuff like that.
Then we're gonna send it over to him, let him talk about it.
Alright.
Yeah, but what should be happening though? Like, how is it supposed to be?
Well, you explain what it is, and then we'll have like stuff in the background.
And then you explain like how is it to be physically in person with that person, and like you explain what they explain to you. So it's not primary source; it's just kind of like secondary source.
It's like your opinion.
One of the things they have to do is they have to learn to work in teams with other students. So they're working on social skills every day. Some of them have struggled with this in the past, and it has been challenging for many of them to learn how to negotiate and compromise and to find a way to meet the requirements of an assignment. They are getting better at it. It will help them because they're enjoying it, and so they want to come to school to work with the cameras, to work in project-based style. They are enjoying it more than in the past.
When their class watches it and critiques it, not only are they giving out the information that people require to pass a test, but they're also being critiqued on their art form or on their talents. So combining those two worlds, a child will feel more proprietary over the information rather than being separated from it.
One thing we have is a team of teachers who works very closely together, and we know the students, we know where their strengths and weaknesses are. We have academic support for all the students 3 out of 4 days, and during that academic support we have the students working on those subject areas that they're not doing well.
For a student who has had moments in the past where a test might not have worked out in their favor, they come into this class knowing they have to take that test again. So their mindset might already be, well, I've failed it once, or I got a low grade once, so it's going to happen again, it's going to keep happening. This program gives them confidence in a different way. It shows the students in the same classroom that they have talents other than what they might know. This child might be an actor and no one knew. This child might be a good leader, director, and no one knew. it builds their confidence in an artistic and a personal way, and they bring that confidence into the classroom, into the learning environment. So when a piece of information is given to them that they have to memorize that are either lines or scene direction or information about history that needs to be applied to a storyline that they have to then create.
Well, one of the things that 10P does, because it's project-based, is it requires that the students take things to a higher level than in the past. They really have to know the information in order to make a video. For example, the historical characters that they're putting in videos now, they have to know who the character is in order to bring him to present day and show how he would act or why he would act in a certain way today. So they really have to know it at a higher level, and because they do work with it at a higher level, they're going to remember it and be able to use it again in June on their Regents exam in social studies. The teamwork skills that they're learning are going to help them a lot so that they can interact with others and in a productive way. So I think this could be very life-changing for these students if they're able to commit themselves to it.
For Studio 17 News, I'm Rhea Malcolm.
That wraps things up for this newscast.
If you'd like to step alongside our school as a volunteer or in any capacity, please contact the superintendent's office by calling the number on the screen.
Have a great evening, everyone.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to Studio 17 News. I'm Katherine Cooper.
And I'm Susan O'Brien.
Oh, do I keep going?
Nope. That's fine. Ready? Now talk.
And do I have a line after Catherine? Because I can't see. It's
No, after you say.
La la la. And I'm Susan O'Brien.
I'm Katherine Cooper. In an effort to improve, Schenectady High School is undergoing a number of significant changes. Yeah, that was really fast. That wraps things up for this newscast.
If you'd like to step alongside our schools as a volunteer or in any capacity, please contact the superintendent's office by calling the number on the screen. I did not see that last part. Can we go like the number on the screen? Right here, in my hand. I'm on
This number
on the screen.
It's just a step to me. It's like the jump to the left. And then I can take you around.